A political storm brews in Uttar Pradesh as Congress stalwarts Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi are visiting the violence-ridden Sambhal today. Rahul and Priyanka won't be alone. It has been learned that Congress General Secretary Avinash Pandey and other MPs will also join them on their Sambhal visit. It's worth noting that their visit comes despite prohibitory orders in place until the 10th of December, raising the stakes in an already volatile situation. Sambhal has been at the center of communal tension since a court-ordered survey of a religious structure on the 19th of November. Tensions erupted further on the 24th during a second survey, with violent clashes between protesters and security forces which claimed 4 lives. Now, as Congress stalwarts arrive in Sambhal, traffic snarls have already been reported at the Ghazipur border. To bring you the latest from the ground, essentially you can see the visuals of what's taking place there. Now, this is as a political storm is brewing in Uttar Pradesh because remember, as we mentioned, Congress stalwarts Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi are visiting the violence-ridden Sambhal today. And importantly, Rahul and Priyanka will not be alone. Congress General Secretary Avinash Pandey and other MPs will also be joining them on their Sambhal visit. You can see live visuals on your screens at this point. This is from the Ghazipur border itself. There is high deployment of police personnel. Crossing over to my colleague who joins us on the broadcast at this point, Kritika. Kritika, you're joining us from the Ghazipur border. Tell us more about what the situation is there. All right, we'll try to reestablish that connection with my colleague Kritika on the ground, but as you can see, and the visuals on your screen right now are of massive security deployment, security personnel, hundreds in fact, at the Ghazipur border. Remember, this is all in the view of Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi heading to the violence-ridden Sambhal today. This is why there is a high security presence on the ground. Now, remember, it's also worth noting that their visit comes despite prohibitory orders which are in place until the 10th of December. Which essentially raises the stakes in an already volatile situation. Now, for those unversed, Sambhal has been at the center of communal tension. Crossing back over to my colleague Kritika. Kritika, tell us more about the situation at Ghazipur border.
Has already started because remember the leaders have been stopped from moving beyond.
It has reached here and what we're able to witness is a massive scuffle has already started because remember the leaders have been stopped from moving beyond this point. So we're seeing massive security deployment as well. What we're learning is that Priyanka Gandhi as well as Rahul Gandhi and other senior leaders have also assembled here. Sir, आप जैसे आप इस situation I'm being joined by a leader, Congress party supporter as well. जैसा आप देख रहे हैं इतना भीड़ भाड़ हो चुका है ऑलरेडी मालूम था कांग्रेस पार्टी को भी कि इस पॉइंट से बियॉन्ड नहीं जाने देंगे संभल तक नहीं जाने को मिलेगा लोकल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के आदेश थे उसके बावजूद यहाँ सब आए हैं ट्रैफिक लग रहा है इतना स्कफल हो रहा है इस पर आप क्या कहेंगे
कानून ये कांग्रेसियों के लिए है जो न्याय की बात करते हैं जो अन्याय की बात कर रहे हैं लोगों को मरवा रहे हैं इनके लिए कोई कानून नहीं है
जो आदेश आया है कि वहाँ तक अभी नहीं जाने
आदेश वो दे सकता है
All right, we'll try to re-establish that connection with my colleague Kritika there, who is tracking the developments on the ground at Ghazipur border itself. But as you can see on your screens, massive security deployment ahead of the visit of Priyanka Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi to violence-ridden Sambhal. Remember, essentially it's a volatile situation. Sambhal has been at the center of communal tension since a court-ordered survey of a religious structure on the 19th of November. And furthermore, on the 24th of November, during a second survey, violent clashes between protesters and security forces had broken out. At least 4 lives had been lost in those clashes. Now, Congress General Secretary Avinash Pandey and other MPs are also going to be joining the Gandhis on their visit to Sambhal. This visit has been highly awaited, considering that Rahul Gandhi has been saying that he was going to be visiting Sambhal over the last few days. We're finally going to be seeing that visit take place today, but high security on the ground ahead of that visit. Crossing over to my colleague
They're
Pradeep.
trying to hide things, and that's one of the reasons that they are stopping Rahul Gandhi and his delegation from going to Sambhal region. And right now you can see the cavalcade has been stopped. Rahul Gandhi is sitting in one of the vehicles, and he is not being allowed to move towards Sambhal area, because since morning we are seeing that proper barricading has been done. Enough cops have been deployed in this area. The Congress leaders are right now talking to the police people here, but already the probatory orders are in place. We have seen that district magistrate of Sambhal had already written a letter to neighboring districts asking them, Rahul Gandhi, not to be allowed to cross this point to reach Sambhal, because they do not want anybody to play politics over the issue. They do not want the atmosphere to be vitiated. And here you can see that Rahul Gandhi is sitting in one of the vehicles here, and they are trying to ensure that Rahul Gandhi is not able to cross this point, because this is Ghazipur area. This is the area bordering UP and Delhi. They do not want anybody to cross these barricades and move towards Uttar Pradesh. In the past also we have seen that Samajwadi Party leaders were not allowed to move towards Sambhal. Then after that we saw even the other party leaders were also not allowed. And right now you can see that situation here continues to remain tense as Rahul Gandhi's cavalcade has right now been stopped. And let's see what will be the next step of Rahul Gandhi in this regard.
Crossing over to my colleague Kritika now, we've been able to re-establish that connection. Kritika, considering that there are multiple police barricades and hundreds of police personnel on the ground at this point, will the Gandhis be allowed to visit Sambhal?
Actually, what we've been able to hear from the authorities also so far is that they are understanding orders not to allow the barricade to move any beyond this point. This is why we've seen that the state cadets of Uttar Pradesh and Indian Youth Congress workers have also assembled now to try and create pressure so that they would be allowed to go beyond this point. But that at the moment seems unlikely, because the traffic has also come to a complete standstill. And this was something that was very well expected, in fact, because we've already for some.
All right, Kritika, we'll try to establish that connection with you at a later point in time and get more updates on what's taking place on the ground. But again, the big question does remain, will the Gandhis be able to visit Sambhal today, considering the police barricades and presence on the ground? Remember, prohibition orders remain in place in Sambhal until the 10th of this month.